Alright, so I know I haven't uploaded a lot recently, but today I wanted to talk about The Shining, one of 80's best movies. Um, so yeah. So recently, I think like it was either a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I decided to watch The Shining again, fully this time instead of skipping it to the end. And my God, it's a masterpiece. It goes from very well, I don't know if you would say boring because all the talking and all the what the fuck do you call it, but it goes from that to fucking the suspense, and then but the reason why this movie really stands out to me is because it all it all comes together. Stanley Kubrick, good director but an asshole in real life. I love how the movie progressed between what's real and not real at the same time. Like, in some certain scenes, there's like maybe there's like a light switch thing that was there and then it disappears in the next part. Like, that's what I'm talking about. And you really get to see Jack's character develop from this loving husband who cares about his family. Well, I don't know if he cared about his wife because he seemed really annoyed at the very beginning, but to fucking crazy because of the alcohol. But the one thing that made no sense to me is that how can I know it didn't live up to Stephen King's book of The Shining. It's nothing like it, but you gotta admit it's a pretty good movie for itself. It doesn't replicate anything in a novel. But I love the whole connection between how Jack says he was once there, because I don't know if it's true though, but I looked it up and it says that he's a reincarnation of the previous caretaker, and he's trying to do what Delbert Grady did, or Charles Grady, whichever one the fucking name is, where he chopped up those two little girls that are in the hallway in the bits and killed his wife and then killed himself. And I don't know if I think Delbert told Jack to do the exact same, but Jack ended up failing, and that's why he froze to death. But another thing is that I watched the whole Wendy theory thing. I don't know if that's actually true or not, but everything that Wendy sees Jack doing, like where he goes crazy and stuff, that's all her hallucinating. And she's the one that caused Jack to die, because she dragged him out into the fucking maze and he froze to death. And you can see in the previous shot or documentary of a short one where it shows a bunch of snow, looks like he was buried there. So I don't know if that's completely accurate or true, but also the dead previous people that used to live there in the golden room and stuff, obviously. And another creepy thing about the movie is the woman who used to seduce young men by bringing them into the room, the one that Jack ends up seeing young, and she's naked and stuff, then she turns into old. That's what I'm talking about. That's a fucking creepy scene right there. And it's cool that she went from beautiful to fucking ugly as shit. What else? Um, the whole thing with the TV, how it doesn't turn on or it's not connected to anything, which that could have been a hallucination that Wendy was having. Like, and the one thing that I always wanted to know, and I don't know if Wendy or Jack did it, but how Wendy said there was a woman in the room, and there was, and she's the one that came up with the whole 237 or 217 story about the woman in there. she could have been hallucinating all of that. And she could have been the one that was in that room and then hurt Danny. And there's one scene where Danny's in the fucking hallway playing with his toys and the ball rolls towards him. And people know that he was with his mother, so she could have been in there and the one that actually hurt him. But the question is, how could she think of all this shit? Like Lloyd, the bartender, also Delbert Grady, also the picture of Jack. That's one thing that makes no sense to me. How was Jack... she hallucinated the whole damn thing. I don't know. Was it a reincarnation? Did the actual whole thing happen where Jack tried to kill his family? Or did Wendy hallucinate it all? But overall, the movie's fucking terrific. It's literally one of a kind. Nothing could ever outstand this. Also, Jack Nicholson done an excellent job playing Jack Torrance, the psychotic killer. Or is he a psychotic killer? But, that's all I wanted to talk about. It's basically just a review of the movie again. Because the last time I did a review on this movie, it really wasn't even talking about anything at all. But, yeah. That's pretty much about it. And I might do more shit like this, like Halloween and stuff. I don't know. But, yeah, that's pretty much about it.